Hey guys, Dakota Ebare here, and today I'm going to show y'all my rig for 2020, Phoenix 921 Pro XP. It's been a phenomenal boat all year long. I've really enjoyed running it. This is my first Phoenix, and ever since they came out, I've always wanted to run one. So I got the opportunity this year, and I've been super excited about it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to show y'all the way I have everything set up today, and just give you a quick run through. We're up north, we're fishing for smallmouth. There's not a whole lot in the boat right now because we keep it pretty simple, but I'm just going to give y'all a quick run through on what we have going on here. So we'll start at the front. You know, I've got all my electronics and stuff up here. Obviously, I'm running a couple different brands, got a lot going on, just trying to use all the tools out there available. I actually just added all this stuff, so that's something that I'm going to have to kind of learn a little bit and stuff, get really good with everything. I'm really familiar with the Lowrance units and stuff, but there's a couple of things I want to add. We installed this yesterday, or a couple days ago actually. Yesterday was the first day to have it on the water. I was really happy with the way everything turned out as far as how clean it is. I've got my Lowrance base unit right here where I use my mapping and my 2D down unit. And then, but everything turned out really clean with the Bass Boat Technologies mount, so I was really excited about that. He actually custom made this mount to where you can slide these bottom two units over. It's got a little adjustment here on the bottom. You can just slide the two over like that to make it fit with the trolling motors. Heading to the back, I've got my two Lowrance units here. I just don't think you can beat how user-friendly the Lowrance units are here at the console. My waypoint management, I have a certain system that I use for marking rocks, marking grass, marking fish, marking where I get bit. I just don't think you can beat the Lowrance units here at the console. I mean, they're just phenomenal for me, and they've been a huge part of my success this year. With the Phoenix tackle management, I kind of like the two-box system. I'm kind of in the middle, but the two-box system works good for me. I've got all my stuff here that I need for this next event here at Sturgeon Bay. Nice, neat, and organized. I've got my owner hook sitting up here on this little quick clip. You can't beat that. As soon as I need another drop shot hook, I can just reach in here, grab me a hook, and I'm ready to go. I've got some extra weights down here in this little day box. Just these little boxes are phenomenal for storing stuff and just making things really accessible. And for me, I think it's super important to utilize every freaking second you've got on the water. So, you know, that's what I really like about my Phoenix boats. All these little small boxes and stuff that you can store stuff everywhere. This box here on the side, a lot of people overlook this. And they're like, you know, man, that's pretty neat. Whenever I show them, you know, the way I've got this set up, I've got an oxygen bottle here, stored in here. It's out of the way, it's out of sight, keeps my fish alive throughout the day. I don't ever have to worry about killing fish or fish not being healthy whenever I return them back to the release boat because of that oxygen bottle. And this Phoenix boat allows me to store that really nice and neat, and it's out of the way, out of sight. I can also put spinning rods in there during the year. I don't use them much except for when I'm fishing for smallmouth, but I always like to have a couple in the boat. And I store them in there to where they're not getting tangled up with all my rods in my rod locker. Another really kind of, the thing I like about the Pro XP, for me personally, is this full-size rod locker over here. Just because, you know, if I am fishing down south and I've got a ton of rods in the boat, I don't have to jam them all into one rod locker. I can separate them into two different rod lockers, kind of keep things nice, neat, and organized. I keep a tool bag. This is something that I think is very important. We always, you know, everybody keeps tools in their boat, but the longer I do it, the more I kind of get dialed in on having exactly what I need and nothing more. You don't need a bunch of stuff, you know, just a few bits. You know, each one of these boats only has a certain amount of different, like, some will have like hex heads, some will have Allen heads, and you'll have, you know, obviously your traditional Phillips screws everywhere. So that's all you need, you know, but you have to make sure you have the things that you do need, because if not, you can be in a bind out there in the water, and nobody likes to have to go all the way back to the truck to go get something to fix something, you know. It just doesn't work like that. We got my cooler right there, everybody knows where that's at. Something else I really like, I've really enjoyed this year. I keep all my cull tags right here. These are T&H Marine clips. I take the little floats off the top of them. I feel like just this is all you need for the fish. Just clip on their lip, doesn't hurt them at all. And but anyways, I keep them right here. They're super accessible. So I catch a fish, you know, easily comes off. Normally, clip them on, and I throw them in a box. And as you can see here in my live well, I don't know if Rob can show you that, but I've got an aeration stone in there that comes directly from that oxygen bottle. So just something that I like to do to keep my fish alive and healthy and well. Nobody likes a dead fish penalty, and we want to be able to catch them again someday. I've got a bunch of random stuff stored back here just because I don't really have much room to put anywhere else in my camper because it's full of stuff as well. But this is stuff that I'll have some football jigs, some extra hooks. I want them in the boat in case I need them, but I don't want them in my way up there with my necessity items. This box back here is open for the most part. Got a couple life jackets in here. But during the event, like at Erie, all my fish I weighed in were super healthy, super, ready to go. But key to that was leaving this box open and filling it with ice. We've got a decent sized cooler up there, but I've got my drinks in there and all that stuff, but I filled this box full of ice bags, and I always had enough ice to keep my fish nice and cool and comfortable. So that's something I like to do when I'm up north or anytime I'm in a hot weather environment where I know that I need to keep those fish comfortable. So I almost forgot the main thing. I mean, you can't fish without rods, right? And so I'm gonna show you the way I have my rod locker set up here. I decided to take the tubes out to where if I'm not up north fishing for smallmouth and I don't need a lot of rods, I can stack a ton of them in here. There's plenty of room without those tubes in there. Huge rod locker. If you can't fit all your rods in that rod locker, you're probably overcomplicating things, I'd have to say. So, with that being said, there's plenty of room for everything that you need in here. Keeps everything nice, neat, and organized and all that. So that's the way I have that set up. Again, I can't say enough about just keeping this boat like nice, neat, organized, clean, and all these little day boxes and stuff. It just makes everything so accessible, just keeps things rolling, and I really, really enjoy that. So back to the back of the boat. This is where I keep all my tools or any extra tools that I may need. I got an extra trolling motor prop. This thing kind of looks like a nightmare back here. I apologize about that. Got some sunscreen, but hey, gotta have this. This is for taking off my prop. Got a prop wrench. I've got an extra hub in here. Man, this stuff looks terrible. Hey, this is also another little trick. Hydrogen peroxide. If something ever happens, like with your, if Lord forbid, something happens with your power of your boat, your battery goes dead or something like that, and you have fish in a live well, hydrogen peroxide like really greatly increases the oxygen content in your water and can definitely keep your fish healthy and going for the rest of the day if if you need that. But this Phoenix boat has all the room you need back here. I've got my power pole pumps here. I've got 4 interstate batteries. I'm fixing to put a 5th interstate battery right here just to make sure that all my electronics stay strong all throughout the day. Sea clear power also as well. You can see this big heavy gauge wire right here. This is what I have my electronics wired with. I've got 5 electronics, units wired through that sea clear power there. They have a special fitting at the end that makes it super easy to hook up everything. Just something to look into when you go to start rigging your boats. Obviously, there's not a lot of people running 5 different graphs, but if you decide to do that, it's super easy to do. If you're running 2 graphs, 3 graphs, 4 graphs, it's even easier. So that makes that really convenient, nice and neat. We got the power poles back here. You can't fish without those. So many times when we're fishing shallow water events, these things are just instrumental in keeping the boat in position and making the right casts. I use them a ton. Sight fishing, yes, everybody knows that, but I just use them for boat condition, like positioning and stuff. If I'm in really rough water, I'll let these down and have them like at water level. It stabilizes the boat some, keeps you from drifting. They're really important. There's a lot of different applications for them outside of just what everybody thinks about. I mean, just every day pulling up to the dock and having them. I mean, you can't fish without them. Mercury has been phenomenal this year. At Erie, I was running 210 miles a day. So I ran in the course of 3 days in the event around 630 miles and did not have any issues, got there and back every day. It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal all year. You think about it in the course of a year, if you have one bad day and you don't make it back, it can make a huge difference in your season, and that's why it's so important to run the best out there. And for me, that's Mercury, and I don't know what I would do without them. So I greatly enjoy running them. All right, guys, thank y'all for checking out my boat. This Phoenix has been a phenomenal ride this year, and I really enjoyed it. I hope that this maybe helps you out when you're rigging your new boat, or maybe you have an older boat that you're looking to make a few changes to. You know, this is just the way that I have mine set up. Everybody's a little bit different, but it really works for me. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. If you would, check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Dakota Ebare Outdoors, and good luck fishing, guys.